Hey San Antonio, I'm Laura Morales. Welcome to Your Government at Work, a show where we explore construction projects, infrastructure improvements, and bond projects all throughout the city of San Antonio. Today we're taking a look at the Hausman Road Reconstruction Project, which is celebrating its grand opening today. This project features drainage improvements, new sidewalks, a road expansion, and connections to trailheads, and so much more. Let's take a look at the ribbon cutting that's happening right now.
Welcome everybody to our ribbon cutting ceremony for our big Hausman Road project. This is a historic project for the city of San Antonio and our partners, and it's historic because it is our biggest street project to date.
The Hausman Road Project, the largest voter-approved roadway project in the history of this city. And I'm proud to say that with a lot of hard work, a little pushing from everyone involved, this project is being delivered on time and within budget.
3, 2, 1. All right.
Proof is in performance, and we know that when projects of this magnitude and complexity get done within budget and on time, we're able to demonstrate that we can do these projects very well for the community. I ask you to keep that in mind as you think about the 2017 bond program.
This project represents a major milestone in our continuous efforts to improve infrastructure in our city and manage our growth. And it helps to bring to fruition the vision laid out in SA Tomorrow.
The project is built on Hoista Creek, and Hoista Creek also had flood control improvements with it, and so it just made sense for us to invest the money in the hike and bike trail system so that we'd have another 1.2 miles in our Howard W. Peak Greenway Trail system. It ties into Leon Creek and serves a lot of different residents around the area.
The expansion was necessary because of the growth that we've been encountering, not only around San Antonio, but around UTSA. A lot more student traffic is coming through, and this expansion was absolutely necessary.
That was a great look inside the Hausman Road Reconstruction Project, on time and on budget, and still the largest of the 2012-2017 bond program. Now let's take a look at another infrastructure project happening in the heart of our city, the Hemisphere Park redevelopment. Let's go see. We're here at another transformational project right here in the heart of San Antonio, Yanaguana Gardens and Hemisphere Park. As you can see in here, there's lots of activity as we get this park ready for its next phase. Let's find out from Omar Gonzalez, Real Estate Director with Hemisphere, of what's coming up in the future. Omar, thanks so much for being with us here today.
My pleasure, Laura.
There's a lot of excitement, construction going on. Can you tell us a bit about what's happening behind us?
For sure. We're actually extending East Nueva Street from South Alamo eventually to the base of the Tower of the Americas. So it'll be a great pedestrian way to get all the way to UNAM, Instituto, and all these great institutions that we have at Hemisphere.
That's great. And we're here in Yanaguana Gardens today. Can you tell us a bit about how this project came to be?
This was actually part of the 2012 bond. So $15 million was allocated towards Hemisphere Parks, and a big chunk of that was spent here at Yanaguana Garden, making it a truly accessible place for people of all ages, all abilities, and from all parts of the city. So I'm happy to report that in the first year we've had over 500,000 visitors, and from all 10 council districts we've had visitors.
Great. And this was a partnership with our state legislature, is that right? How did that come to be?
That is true. The way that you can rededicate parkland for a city is to either take it through state legislation or take it to the voters. We opted to go through the state legislation process. It was kind of a no-brainer to go from, if you remember, this area was fairly unusable to actually becoming usable and becoming dedicated, getting 3 times the amount of parkland that we used to have.
Thanks to our delegation for helping us with that. And this park has lots of accessible features, as you mentioned, so do you want to go take a look at what we have?
Yeah, let's do it. So in front of us we have a climbing structure, and it's for all ages and all abilities. And in fact, the entire park is built to accommodate people what we call pre-K to gray. And you can see over here on the right-hand side we have disc swings. I've seen as many as 9 teenagers on that disc swing before. And as you walk this way, you'll notice the safety surface here we have is a really squishy, kind of feels like you're walking on a cloud surface.
It's like a moon bounce here. I like that. Now, this park has a lot of cool public art features that tell a story. What story is it telling us?
Well, this is my favorite three pieces because it tells the story of Yanaguana. The name itself is from the Indian tribe, the Payaya Indians, and it's the story about how an Anhinga bird went into a blue hole and came out chased by a blue panther.
Great. And now there's a lot more to this park, to Hemisphere, besides Yanaguana Park. What else can you tell us about what's coming up for the future?
Phase 2, which is 9 acres, so more than twice the size of Yanaguana Garden, and we're calling it Civic Park for now, is in design, and we will start construction on that very shortly. And I would love to even go up top and show you a great perspective of it from up there.
Let's go take a look.
So here you get a bird's eye view of Phase 2, and this is where Civic Park will be. It cleared the old western part of the convention center. So we have 9 acres of park coming here soon and 5.5 acres for public-private partnership development.
Can you tell us about how the two work together and what benefits it brings to the community?
So 9 acres of this land is dedicated as parkland and will be throughout the history of time. What we did on the edge is we've allowed for private-public partnership development, and all the lease revenues that come from that P3 go back into the park. So it's truly a virtuous cycle.
Now, Omar, what's the timeline for this project? When can we see this complete?
We're starting construction really soon. We're going to hit a pause button, celebrate NCAA Final Four in the Tricentennial, and then we're going to go at it again, hoping to be done by 2020 for Civic Park. And then for the P3 that's on the edge, we're looking at 2021.
And a lot of planning went into deciding how this site was going to be used. Can you tell us a bit about the public involvement that came into this?
For sure. The design actually started with the 2012 bond, and so the public process between that bond and now, we've had a series of public engagement meetings, and we're always accessible whether it's online or social media.
And those community meetings are going to keep going throughout this bond process. We invite folks to visit www.sanantonio.gov/2017bond to find out more. Omar, thanks so much for showing us around. I can't wait to see what else comes up for Hemisphere Park.
My pleasure. Come back anytime.
Great. Thank you so much. All right, guys, we've got one more story for you. Let's go down to the south side and check out the brand new Pearsall Park.
3, 2, 1.
In June of this year, residents celebrated the completion of the brand new Pearsall Park, a 2012-2017 bond project. The park, located at 4700 Pearsall Road, features more than 500 acres of space dedicated to fitness and fun.
I think the best thing about the new Pearsall Park is that it really does have something for everyone.
The park features a sprint track, splash pads, 2 basketball courts, a zip line, fitness stations, shaded canopies, and so much more.
This is going to be a gem for the Southwest side.
Pearsall Park is a sustainable bond project too. The park includes measures that reduce water usage and utilizes reused and recycled materials that make up the surface for the playground and sprint timer.
The hiking trails here are great. You can get up to the top where we have these new public art canopies for shade, and the views are just 360 degrees.
To learn more about the status of the 2012-2017 bond projects, or to find out how you can get involved in the 2017 bond program, visit www.sanantonio.gov.